modern day fallacy number one, that you're going to go to school, you're going to go to university, you're going to come out with a degree, you'll glide into a job, and you'll do that job for the rest of your life until you retire. And then you're going to retire with enough money to sustain you and your partner until you die. Now, that's a major fallacy, right? And it's been proven over and over again that it does not work like that. The world does not work like that. And I'll give you an example. I was in a conversation with a software developer the other day, and in the midst of the conversation, I asked him about his qualifications, and he told me something very interesting. He said, I don't even have a qualification in software engineering. I'm actually a mechanical engineer by profession. But I enjoyed software to such an extent that I started gravitating towards the field of software engineering. And I taught myself all the skills that I thought were necessary, all the skills that I needed. I worked for a couple of companies, and then I went on and started my own software development business. Wow. Now, I found that very, very inspiring, because it's a very example of what I'm trying to say, that in today's world, those degrees, number one, they're not preparing you for the world of work. And number two, they don't give you any sort of guarantee that you're going to get into a job. It's just a fallacy, it's just a mindset, it's just what we think, it's just what we've been taught to think, that if you don't follow that procedure, go to school for 12 years, and then go to university for 4 years, and then come out with a degree, you are nothing. That's what they made you think. That's what they made you believe. That's what they made your parents believe. And the very thought of not going to university, of a child refusing to go to university, is a nightmarish scenario for every parent. I can't believe it. What are you going to do? And yet, there are tons and tons and tons, there are millions of people out there who are doing work without degrees, who are successful entrepreneurs, or people who studied one thing but completely changed tracks and started focusing on something else and excelled at that. And now they are successful. It is a fallacy. That's fallacy number one. Fallacy number two, that everything is going to come easy. You see, we are living in this age of instant gratification, in the age of I must have it now. Touch a few buttons on your mobile phone and your food is being delivered. Touch a few buttons and you're getting the type of entertainment you want, what you want to see, when you want to see it. We want everything instantly. So when people go onto social media, they look at what is out there, and there are lots and lots of con artists out there who will tell you, do this one thing and you will succeed. Do this one thing and you will get millions in sales. She did this one thing, now she's got millions in sales. Don't overcomplicate, simplify, do this, do that. Con artists. But they are preying on our need to instantly gratify ourselves, or our need to oversimplify. Look, as human beings, we have this tendency that we like to oversimplify things, right? Because it makes things simple for us. It reduces the pressure on our brain to think about too many times or too many things at the same time. Now, when you get to business, all that changes, because when you actually start a business, then you know that you have to look at things 360 degrees all around you. Your brain needs to become a super processor. That's just the way life is. It's the way business is. It's the way relationships are. It's the way work is. You don't have the luxury of focusing on just the one thing. So for example, if you are a master coder and you are the best in the world at what you do you think realistically that is all you're going to have to do every day at work? No. If you think you're going to start a business and all you're going to do is that one bit of advice the guy gave you, that post every day one time on this social network, then you will become successful. Look at me, I did it, hee hee ha ha. You think that's business? You think business is as simple as that? If you do, you're in for a nasty surprise. So listen to me. Do not fall prey to this tendency to oversimplify things, because that will make you prey to those people on social media who are oversimplifying things. There was a post I put out on TikTok a while back, and I said something similar. And the guy came back with a comment. Somebody came back with a comment. He said, I find your views very limiting. My views are limiting. You have limited yourself to oversimplifying business, to oversimplifying life, to oversimplifying everything because of the fake gurus on social media. And you think I'm simplifying things. Neither do I want to complicate things. Please don't get me wrong. I don't want to complicate things. I don't want to make things sound like they are more complicated than they are. But I want you to wake up to the reality, out of all sincerity, that life is a lot more complex than some people make it seem. And that irks me. It irks me when I go on social media and I see these fakes, these false gurus who are trying to make you believe that things are that simple. Eat this one thing and you will build muscles. Do this one thing, you will be successful. Do this one thing and you'll drive sales towards your business. It's not like that. It really isn't like that. And 9 out of 10 times, those people who are speaking have zero experience with business. They probably just found something on ChatGPT and they make themselves sound like experts, and they put it out there on social media as if they are experts. Don't fall prey to that. Now, my mission in life is to dispel both of these fallacies that people have fallen into, right? One is the university fallacy, and the other one is the oversimplification fallacy. And how I'm going to do that is actually very, very practical, right? What I'm going to do, and I put this out on LinkedIn last week and it blew up. That post did exceptionally well, and I started getting messages from all over the world about it. Feedback, emails, messages, comments. It is doing very well. And what is it? I'm going to find 1,000 aspiring entrepreneurs, and I'm going to train them on digital business, no qualifications. I'm going to train them on digital business, and I'm going to help them to start their businesses. And then after they start those businesses, see, this is not just about learning. It's not just about getting a certificate. They will get a certificate. IT Varsity is accredited. They will get an accredited certificate, no doubt. But it's not about that. It's about starting that business. And then I will provide them with mentorship and guidance and business support until they reach the first milestone, which is revenue generation, that they are actually making money out of their businesses. And then we're going to take them to the second major milestone, which is earning $1,000 a month at least. Now, if you are an American watching this, you are probably thinking, well, $1,000 is not a lot of money. It just comes and goes. But if you convert that to South African rands, it's 18,000 South African rands, and a person can live very comfortably on that. You can actually live very comfortably on that in South Africa. So for you guys who are earning in dollars and working remotely, if you want cheap living, come to South Africa. This is where it is. But anyways, I digress. So we bring them to that second major milestone, which is earning $1,000. Now, let's do some maths. 1,000 people, 1,000 entrepreneurs doing digital business, working remotely from South Africa, doing work for companies all over the world, bringing that money into the country. So 1,000 entrepreneurs earning $1,000 each, that's $1 million US dollars per month, which equates to $12 million per annum. Now, convert that. Current exchange rate is 18. $1 is equal to 18 South African rands. How much is that? 216 million South African rands per annum these people will be bringing, these freelance entrepreneurs will be bringing, these digital entrepreneurs will be bringing into the country, nearly ₹250 million per annum. So that's the maths behind it, and that's what I am trying to achieve. And I want to do this to break that system. I want to do this to dispel those fallacies, to break those thoughts that there is only one way. No, I'm going to take people without qualifications, without degrees, and I'm going to turn them into digital entrepreneurs. And I'm not really sure how, but we are going to achieve it. Now, the great thing is that, about business is that business is all about collaboration. And that's how I'm going to do it. I can't do it alone, no doubt. There's no way I can do this alone. But the strength of any business person is the ability to network and to collaborate with others. And so I have begun collaborating with organizations and individuals all over the place. People have come forward and they've said, look, we're ready to collaborate with you. I says, well, let's do it. I can never do this alone. I need you to do this. So entrepreneurships, organizations, business incubators, mentors, they've all come forward, and together we're going to achieve this. Train 1,000 business people to be earning $1,000 a month every month, and in doing so pump in R250 million every year. But that's actually an understatement. I'll tell you why. Because it's just the first cohort that's going to be bringing in R250 million. Now these people, that first cohort is going to go on into their second year, and then we're going to start a second cohort in the second year and a third cohort in the third year. So it's going to increase exponentially. Now this is my vision. This is my vision for my country. And what's needed in this country is visionary thinking, is visionary leadership. And because I'm not seeing it coming from the places we normally expect it to come from, I decided to step up and do this and try my best to make this work. And I think we're going to make it work, because when I look at the partners that I have on board now, they give me strength, they give me confidence that I will be able to do this and I will be able to achieve this. Now, this is my vision. This is what I want to achieve. I saw that there is a need to change the old thinking. There is a need to challenge these old-fashioned ideas, these fallacies. And so I stepped up. Now, I always talk about visionary leadership. And I thought to myself at some stage, what sort of visionary leadership am I showing? Other than running my business, how am I making the world a better place? And that's when I thought to myself, hey, I need to practice what I preach. I need to show people that I can also be a visionary leader. And so I came up with this vision. Now, when I was writing the article, or when I had done writing the article and before I posted it to LinkedIn, I was uncertain. I was actually unsure of myself. I was actually afraid to post it or not to post it. Imagine the humiliation, I thought to myself, of putting this out there and failing. Imagine the humiliation of people seeing that this is what this guy had in mind and he never achieved anything close. And that's when I realized that no huge vision is worth achieving if it doesn't scare you. If it scares you, that means you are onto something. If it scares you, that means it's something worth trying for. It's something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone and put you out there. And so I decided, what the heck, let's put it out there. Let's just commit and let the world know. Now, this advice I got from somebody, I don't even remember who, that if you are planning to do something big, like write a book, this was specifically around writing a book, tell the world that you're going to do this, because that will make you commit. It will make you commit that you've already told everybody that you're going to do this. Now you can't backtrack on that. And so it's out there in the world, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and now on YouTube. I'm putting this out there that I am going to change this country by training these people into freelance global entrepreneurs and enabling them to bring money into the country. And that's what I am going to achieve. Leadership is scary. You know, someone gave me advice one time that if you choose to be a leader and a visionary leader at that, then you must fasten your seat belts because you are going to collide with criticism and mockery. And that is going to, people are going to try to derail you with that. But as long as you've braced yourself and you've prepared yourself for it, then you will be able to overcome it. In other words, what this person was telling me is that you need to take the mantle of leadership at some stage in your life. We all do. We are all given that choice to either disappear into the background or to step up and to take things into our own hands and drive things to the future. We all experience things that we are not happy with in the world around us. We all experience things that we wish we could change, whether it's at home, in our jobs, at school, in our businesses, in our environments, in our countries. We all know, right? We can all complain about things, but it takes a visionary leader to step up and say, I'm going to change this. I'm going to do what it takes to make sure that this world becomes a better place. So this person said, when you do that, when you step up, not everybody is going to be happy about it. When you are passionate about something, when you have complete faith in something, then there's always going to be those who oppose you. And you need, at the very outset, to be ready for that opposition. You need to be ready for that opposition. You need to brace yourself for it and know that you can't do this without that opposition. And then you step forward knowing that this is what's going to happen. So that's why leadership, particularly visionary leadership, is scary. It's a very scary place to be. And it's a lonely place to be also. You'll be scared to tell people what your vision is. You'll be scared to get started. And when you start, you think it gets easier. No, you'll be scared of failure. You'll be scared of being derailed. You'll be scared of criticism. But isn't that what courage is all about? Courage is all about overcoming those fears. It's not about not having the fears. It's about overcoming the fears. Think of a visionary leader that you know. Name a visionary leader and tell me that it was easy going for that person, that they did what they did, they achieved what they did in a formulaic manner from A to Z and everybody was happy with them, people who went on to change the world. No, you won't find that. You will never find that because leadership is never easy, but the rewards are amazing. But the trouble is that we are not taught visionary leadership at school. We are taught subjects, we are taught facts, we are taught history and mathematics and geography and languages, but we are not taught what we really need to learn. We are not taught visionary leadership. In fact, if anything, we are taught things that are in direct opposition to what's in our best interests. We are taught that there is only one route to success, which is the academic route. Go to school, go to university, get a job, become an employee. Which school encourages entrepreneurship? Which school asks their students when they come to grade 12, have you done your applications to this or that business incubator? Yes, we'll ask them if they've done their applications to this or that university, but never to this or that business incubator. Why? Because we discourage our students from being entrepreneurs, from becoming thinkers. Rather, if you look at how the whole schooling system is arranged, you sit there focused at the sage in front. That sage, that leader tells you to do things and you do. What is that? Think of a classroom situation. What is that? That is training people to become followers. Whatever that person is telling you, you accept. In the future, you are going to experience the exact same thing. What is that person of authority telling you, you accept that. What is the television telling you, you accept that. What the radio is telling you, accept that. They are training children to become subservient, to become gullible, to accept what the authority, the sage on the stage is telling them to do. They are not teaching you to think for yourself. They are not they are not teaching you to be critical about what you've heard and to think for yourself and arrive at your own decisions about it and to act out on those decisions. They can't have that. They can't have that because it doesn't serve certain people's interests. So, in conclusion, what I am doing here is to take these 1,000 people and not just make them into entrepreneurship. It's so much more for me than just this. For me, it's about A, breaking that old system and proving that we've broken that old system with these 1,000 people. Two, it's about starting a movement. Yes, it's 1,000 today, and 1,000 is a drop of the ocean when you look at the larger population of this country. Three, it's about giving these people this firm belief in themselves that, hey, I actually did this. And if I've come this far, then who knows what I can achieve in the future. Thanks a lot.